Welcome back to House. We've got an interesting topic today that we'd like to discuss. How to stop living paycheck to paycheck. That's a big problem.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so when I mean paycheck to paycheck, a lot of people, the average person out there, I'd argue, they've got a job and they earn an income. Okay, they often spend all that income.
I'm only joking. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
Because I was there. I've been there
okay, I take
a
everyone.
long time ago.
I take everyone on face value, so there's no jokes.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'd say probably 98% of the population live like that.
Correct. And I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen people calling it, for example, working a job at McDonald's, they're going, improving their education, getting better jobs, higher income, etc., etc. 10 years later, earning $250,000, still earning paycheck to paycheck. And I question that. I say to them, how is that possible? At $50,000 a year, you're earning paycheck to paycheck, which makes sense. Yet at $250,000 a year, still earning paycheck to paycheck. How is that possible when your life situation hasn't changed? You're still that single person. In this case, it was a single female. How is that possible? It's not like your expenditure, in theory, should change.
But it does.
Correct. And that is the problem.
And the problem is, as many people would be aware, instead of actually going out there and spending, say, $80 on a pair of jeans, now people are spending $300 on a pair of jeans, $500. It goes up as high as you want to go.
$500 on a pair of jeans that's ripped. like seriously?
Yeah, and it's true. So the high fashion labels, and this is what they love. They love people.
Comes to another conversation. Buy now, pay later. Or as we call it, buy now, pay never.
Pay never. Yeah. And another world of pain there, just waiting for you.
So it's the old call it expression, keeping up with the Joneses. So my friend's, upgrading his car to the latest BMW, for example. So I've got to get that Beamer. Like, seriously?
Yeah, you don't need to pain.
No. So paycheck to paycheck, just really just know what you're spending your money on. There's so much, as we call it, leakage.
So, okay. So it's all well and good for you to say this.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say, for example, I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
And I'm doing it tough. Okay?
Yep.
I am, because it's off. I'm owing money. People are chasing me for money.
I would sit down with you. I'd ask to sit down with you and just really forensically go through your expenditure.
What do you mean by forensically?
Do you pay with credit card statements, whatever it may be?
Right.
Because pretty much today everything is tracked. Not much cash transactions anymore. So everything's tracked.
Yes.
So it's very easy to go through it with a highlighter and go, okay, so you spent $500 on a night out having fun. Question that. Gee, you did that 5 times in a month. That adds up $2,500, for example. And really just go through it and ask yourself, do an honest appraisal, and go through it and ask yourself, is it worth it? Like, not improving in terms of your financial stability by living this way.
Okay, so let's talk about my basics. Okay, so I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So my basics are, I own a house, so I'm lucky to own a house. So I have a mortgage,
Yes.
okay, which I understand. Pay for fuel for my car each week. And then these are the necessities I'm discussing with you.
Agreed.
Okay, so
Agreed.
it's house, which is lodging. So it could be a mortgage or it's rent if you're paying rent. Okay, then you have a car. The car could be, so you have the costs of operating the vehicle, whether it be petrol, which is a weekly event for most of us. Then we have, of course, you'll have components where there'll be part for registration, but let's just put that aside because we're just talking week to week here.
Yes.
So my week to week, cost of living, vehicle, and food.
Yes.
They're the 3 basics.
Correct.
If you've got kids, well, it blows it out even further. But let's say you're on your own, okay, living by yourself. and your paycheck. And so it's a case of, right, we've got these three. But then everything else sneaks in. Cost of phone, subscriptions.
What do you mean by subscriptions?
Subscriptions, Netflix,
Gym membership.
Stan.
Yeah.
All these little wants on the side. They're not a necessity. I want it. So want and need, two very different subjects.
And other entertainment expenditure, as I said, going out to a restaurant.
Yep.
Going to the theatre.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yep.
There are all these little luxuries. I call them luxuries.
Yep.
And you cut back.
You cut back financially, good for you, but health-wise will be amazing good for you.
Without a doubt. Am I eating out every night of the week? Or do I actually plan my food where I can cook something where I'll know I'll have 3 nights of food from that? In the freezer it goes, and then you just pull it out the day before and you use that.
Likewise, you'll be healthy for it as well.
Oh, without a doubt. But you can save a fortune doing that as well. So there are many ways to cut back on what you spend. And it is amazing what will happen once you start to do so. If you cut back on your expenditure and you just leave the money in the bank, before you know it, you won't be living paycheck to paycheck. You'll be looking at your bank account thinking, I've got $500 in there at the end of the month. I've never had $500 in the bank account. It'll go to $1,000. It'll go to $2,000. And once this happens and you see that in your bank account, it's amazing how good it makes you feel, Lely.
Correct. And that habit just perpetuates.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, before you realize it, you're saving. And you can prove to someone that you know how to save. And this all forms part of building up to one day acquiring your first property. You show the banks, as we've said previously, if you can prove to a banking institution that you can save, wow. Yeah, you're 3/4 of the way there, because most people, they've got nothing to show.
Correct. They may be earning high income yet, as you say, nothing to show.
Without doubt. When in Melbourne, I was working at one of the very high-end real estate firms. And what I noticed, so in the middle of the GFC, I was there in the very upper echelon of Melbourne, looking after real estate. And what I noticed was that the bankers were losing their properties first.
Yes.
And the reason being because in the GFC, they were laid off straight away.
Yeah.
And their properties just went straight onto the market. And because they couldn't afford them.
And often bankers and those type of individuals have trophy homes. They want to keep up with the Joneses.
Very much so. And so, yeah, first-hand knowledge, seen that.
In reality, yes, it's not that difficult. It takes time, but you'll see the benefits to remove yourself from that paycheck to paycheck scenario. Start accumulating, start saving. Before you know it, you'll have enough to invest that.
Yeah. I think in one word, it really wraps it up. It's discipline.
Discipline, and start it today. It's like anything you like. Anything like you want to lose weight or whatever it may be. You say, oh, I'll read every book under the sun. I'll watch every YouTube channel under the sun to work out to be an expert in it. No, just do it today. Just start it. Before you know it, you'll be on that road to success.
Yep. As the Nike, just do it.
I've heard that.
Just do it. And you'll be leaps of bounds ahead of 80% of the people who just sit there and think, I'll get there tomorrow. I'll start it next week. No, you won't.
Yep.
You'll be in the same position in a year's time. Just do it.
Do yourself a favour. Do it today.
Yep. Exactly. If you've liked what you've heard, please subscribe. Give us a tick. Makes a world of difference. If you subscribe, leave a comment there for us, letting us know that, and we'll touch base with you. Take care.
See it.